It's time to start out the 10 race run for the Target Series Championship. This 10 race chase starts at the Michigan International Speedway. For the Lowe's 250, we're going to be seeing speeds approaching 200 miles an hour here today, and one driver is going to come out on top of the race, and one driver is going to leave our points leader to start out the chase. Cole Luigi, one of our chasers, is on the pole for today's event. Two's outside, another chaser, the 60 of Landon Lyons. Then third, it's Jennifer Buford. Fourth is Justin Heath, and running out the top five, it's Trey Rainey. In sixth, we have Danny Lloyd. Seventh place, Anton Charlebois. Mathis Wells in eighth. Ninth place, we have Marcus Sacchi, and Mitchell Collins rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field, there's Jake Elway, who's inside chaser Greg Torres. Then we have another chaser, Roman Fenway, with Blake Petrus, who's outside. Then Jacob Davidson and the A7 of John Gambit. Then we have the 98 of Max Anderson, who is a chaser, along with the 40 of Jim Gambit. Then there's Oliver Galway, chaser, who is outside William Bolin, chaser. Then we have Alexander Rowe and chaser Michael Canto. Behind them, James DeKrogan and Riley Spurley, too. Then there's Derek Hamill and Jason Larker. Levi Schoens and chaser Ryan Taylor. Then we have Luke Rainey and Josephine O'Neill. Ryan Brommer with Jeff Wright. Then there's George Cooper and Anthony Hernandez. Jonathan Buford with Ann McDowell, chaser. Then Marshall Burrow and chaser Eli Bright. Behind them, Paul Taylor and Jay Jefferson. And in the final row, Sebastian Kukulon, the 6, who is a chaser. Two's out says the 01 of Evan Hunter. So there's our 40-car field for the Lowe's 250 here at the Michigan International Speedway. Let's get going with our starting command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the command has been given to fire the 42 Target Series engines up to do battle in our first chase race at one of the fastest speedways in the schedule, Michigan. We're going to approach speeds of 200 miles an hour, even over that in the draft, and these chasers have to be wary of their position at every point during this race. One bad position, one bad spot that you make, and your whole race could go downhill, and the start to the chase will be a miserable one for some of these chasers. The front row, though, consists of two chasers, Cole Luigi and Landon Lyons, trying to start their chases out on the right foot. They had some great qualifying times. We'll see if it transfers over to race trim, see if they have just as good a car as they did in qualifying. So 19 laps around this 2-mile oval. Cole Luigi, Landon Lyons, Jennifer Buford, Justin Heath, and Trey Rainey are the front five. Pace car, left turn into pit road. Let's start out the first race of the Season 7 Target Series chase. Down the front stretch, Luigi, our pole sitter, chooses the inside, steps on the gas, and he's racing here at Michigan. Jennifer Buford comes down the front stretch, and she'll lead lap number 1 of this 250-mile event. Enter Charlebois, the 32 to her ends entering turn 1. 32 is a position down low, drives it hard to the inside, and will clear the 62 by the time they get off turn number 2. Enter Charlebois clears to get out front and down the 32 car. Now down the back stretch. Here comes the 12 of Marcus Sacchi looking low. Trying to get the help from the 7 of Greg Torres, one of our chasers. The 32 stays clear for now, but Charlebois up the racetrack, the 32. Now the 12 to the bottom lane. Side by side as they come off turn 4. Marcus Sacchi down low into Charlebois up top, 3 wide for the back. Greg Torres, 3 wide for the lead, the 7 car. One of our chasers, aggressive move there. 3 wide, Sacchi led the lap. Towards the inside lane to turn 1. Number 7 out front now at Michigan. Torres clears. Jacob Davidson, 99. Through to second. Now he'll look for the race off turn 2 and down the back stretch. Good run for the 99. Good run for the 40 as well. Jim Gambit looks 3 wide. The 40. Can Torres get clear? That's a negative. The 40 to the bottom. Jim Gambit. 3 wide for the lead. Gibson stuck in the middle now in the 99. They power off turn 4. 3 wide to the start finish line. Lead lap number 3. Jim Gambit's going to have it by about half a car length. And now is Oliver Galway chasing him down. Breathing down his neck to turn 1. 3 by 3 at the front of the field. Now Oliver Galway forces the issue down low. The 10 car. Another one of our chasers. Down the back stretch. Oliver Galway the 10. William Bowen, the 81, looking 3 wide. Here he comes to the bottom lane. Through 3. The 81, the position down low. LJ Rowe gets down line, the 09. He'll move to second with this move. He follows the 81 through. Bowling up the racetrack. Here comes Rowe now to his bottom lane. Derek Hamill, the 26, looking lower. Bowen leads the lap. Hamill pushing the 09 of Rowe to turn 1. They're looking 4 wide, further back. Is that going to sort its way out? Kukul on a big move to the 6. Gets back to 3 wide. The 6 car, big move. Sharp on the outside wall hard with Land Lions. They keep it straight. They're stacked up 3 by 3 in the back. Derek Hamill now gets out front. The 26. Ryan Taylor, the 23, came in as the number 1 seed in the chase. He's looking to the inside of the 26 off turn 4. Side by side. Ryan Taylor leads lap number 5 here at Michigan. And the pack still 3 wide in multiple different lanes. Mitchell Collins, the 11 to turn 1. They're 4 wide. Further back is the 38 of George Cooper that makes the move. Cole Luigi, Trey Rain, Greg Torres. They're playing ball up against the wall to go off the core. Into the wall. Around goes the 1. Anthony Hernandez sideways. Greg Torres gets involved in the end. And cars go flipping. It's Eli Bright on his lid. Onto the 32 vintage Charles Bois. Yellow flag in the air. Racing back to 11 Mitchell Collins. And Truck Series winner yesterday, Luke Rainey. Caution flag. Back in front, Mitchell Collins in the 11 leads. Ryan Taylor second. Luke Rainey third. First caution flag. Anton Charles Bois will be done. Marcus Sachi, Anthony Hernandez were involved. Greg Torres as well. Jay Jefferson may have gotten involved. Chaser Eli Bright, Josephine O'Neill involved. So the 2 Junior Motorsports cars that made the chase for this season involved in this one. Greg Torres and Eli Bright. Eli goes for a flip on top of the 32 Vantage Charles Bois. The field gets it sorted out. Mitchell Collins with the race lead. We will see what happens. The caution flag in the air for the first time here today. Around went the 7 of Greg Torres, and it was on from there. His teammate goes upside down, the 88 of Eli Bright. You'll see right here coming off turn 2. The 7's going to nail the wall off turn 2. The 81 does as well. The 7 just had someone who's inside Marcus Sachi. Around they went. There's Anthony Hernandez, and then the 7 comes back up, gets to the double zero of Justin Heath, spins him around. There's Anton Charles Bois getting into Eli, who then gets hit by Josephine O'Neill, goes flipping. There's Sachi. Mathis Wells slams on the brakes. It looks like he gets by. Gambit gets by. There's Eli sliding on his lid down the backstretch, moving down the backstretch at an alarming rate on his roof. Good. You see all the contact there. Michael Canto, the 24, a chaser with damage. Did Adam McDowell get slowed down enough to get by? It looks like he may have. But did Eli ever flip back over as he slides the length of the backstretch on his lid practically? You'll look at this from this angle. You'll see the 88 Eli Bright go upside down. He'll get hit by the 34 of O'Neill. You don't really see from this angle. Right there, the 34 flips the 88 onto the 32, and that just gets the car fast enough to where it starts just sliding on its lid down the backstretch. Luckily, it stops before it gets to that grass, because the grass could make that car go flipping. But a scary accident for one of the drivers who came in with the most momentum. 4 wins on the season, Eli Bright, upside down on his lid on the backstretch in our first chase race. Another one of our chasers, Adam McDowell, the 16. Was he able to miss it? He was right in the middle of it. We'll see if he gets through without damage. Yep, he did a great job. Adam McDowell got slowed down enough to where he was able to get around without any contact. Greg Torres, the 7, another one of our chasers. He's one of the first to go around. He has some pretty severe damage to that number 7 car. Junior Motorsports not having a great start to their chase. Both of their cars involved in this crash down the backstretch. And Michael Canto, the 24. We didn't really see him. He was a quiet driver all season with 3 wins, but he's involved in this. That's the same for Michael Canto too, because he looked like he was trying to get low enough, he just couldn't turn the wheel in time. And he did make some pretty severe contact with his front end that will definitely hinder his performance. Could put him out of the race if he doesn't make it. Back to the start-finish line with the race lead was the 11 of Mitchell Collins. Ryan Taylor, one of our chasers, second, and Luke Rainey third. Collins, the 11, is going to lead us back to the green flag with under 10 to go in the Lowe's 250. Coming back green, 9 laps of racing to go in the Lowe's 250. Mitchell Collins, the 11, is the driver out front. 3 cars out due to this crash. They are the 88, the 32, and the 7. Big chase update there is both of the Junior Motorsports drivers that are in the chase out, the 88 and the 7. They will get 1 and 2 points respectively, but that's just a tough break for them. They definitely want to start their chase out on a different foot, but they have 9 races to rebound from this bad race. 39 cars on the lead lap and on the racetrack. Mitchell Collins, the 11, leads us here. Let's back to the caution flag, leads us to the green flag. Ryan Taylor, one of our chasers, he came in as the top seed in the chase. He's second. Luke Ray going for the Michigan sweep. Won the Pensacola Truck Series race just yesterday. He's looking for the target win here today. Derek Hamill 4th, Sebastian Kugelon 5th. Ryan Breimer 6th. Set to restart 7th was Jennifer Buford, but she has an issue. She'll pull down low and will surrender the 7th spot to Oliver Galloway. George Cooper will now be 8th. Roman Fenway 9th, and Alexander Rowe will now be inside the top 10. So tough break for Jennifer Buford from a top 10 spot here on the restart, and we'll have to surrender that spot, fall back, and it could be terminal depending on what the issue is to that car. If all goes well, she should be able to stay on the lead lap. If she gets a quick yellow, she can try and fire her way through the field. So Collins the 11, leading chaser Ryan Taylor to the green flag as they come down the front stretch to the restart zone for the 11. He steps on the gas, and we are back racing in the Lowe's 250 here at Michigan. 26 Derek Hamill looked low, then looked high. Going on the 6 of Kugelon to his inside. Here comes Kugelon, he'll get to 4th. Luke Ray hot in the tail of Ryan Taylor, giving him a push to turn 1. Now the 23 with that push takes it to the bottom lane. Luke Ray tried to go with him, but the 6 got the run. Down the back stretch. Side by side for the lead, the 23. Down low, no help. The 6 getting side drafted back there, not the push. Now he's getting the push from Brommer to turn 3. It's a big one. He's also getting that draft off the 23. Ryan Taylor can propel back forward. Here he comes. Kugelon to the inside of the 23, blocking the 49 down low. 8 to go in the Lowe's 250. Side by sides, 2 chasers for the race lead. Kugelon the 6, Ryan Taylor the 23 to turn 1. Kugelon clears. Now Brommer to his inside. Through 1 and 2. 49 cars side by side with the 6 off turn 2. Here comes Buford off pit for the 62. So she did not fall lap down. She is still on the lead lap. She's going to be fighting hard here in case the yellow comes out. How about Oliver Galloway going 3 wide? Chasers coming forward. The 10 the 07. There are 2 chasers. Galloway makes the 3 wide move. Is it going to work for him? Down to the bottom goes Redmond Fenway. Earns under chaser Oliver Galloway. 3 wide to the start finish line. Galloway leads the lap. Fenway is the inside with William Bone to turn 1. How about Cole Luigi coming low to 33? Turn 1, they're catching Jennifer Buford. Roman Fenway clears the 07. Now off the corner. Has a decision to make. He makes the wrong one. The outside lane not going. The insides are not going. Now the 62 is getting back up to speed because she's getting the push from behind. But now the inside will get moving. William Bone, the 81, to the bottom lane. Remember, Buford is the lap car. Ryan Brommer gets the wall. He hits it. Comes down, no contact. Keeping it green. He just slowed some drivers up. Bolin leads the lap to 81. 3 wide for a second. Trey Ray the 25. Coming at the push from Landon Lyons to turn 1. It's 6 to go, so a yellow flag after this lap would end it. William Bolin the 81 in the position he wants to be out front as they stack up 3 wide behind. Buford to the outside wall. Almost down to Cole Luigi. That is a lap car. Almost getting into a chaser and a lead lap car. Trey Rainey in the 25 looking for his second of the season. To the inside, William Bone as they go through 3 and 4. Trey Rainey inches ahead off the corner. And they stay side by side for the lead down the front stretch. The 25 leads with 5 to go. And the yellow flag at this point would end it early. And of course, these drivers do not want that to happen unless they are out front. If you're Trey Rainey, you're praying for a caution to come out. That's probably your best shot to win. Or even if you're Landon Lyons, because here he comes in the 60. Lyons to the bottom lane for the lead. Has his teammate and fellow chaser Sebastian Kugelon coming forward in the 6 car. Kugelon getting the push from Mitchell Collins in the 11. They go through 3 and 4. 4 to go this time by. Landon Lyons the 60. Now leads. His teammate to the bottom lane, Sebastian Kugelon. Not going with his teammate. He's going for himself. He wants to win this race and get that points lead. 4 laps he's out front. That's going to be hard to hold. We'll have to see if he can do it though. They're stacked up 3 wide behind. Mitchell Collins, the 11, coming through. He's going for the lead off turn 2. They do have lap traffic ahead. Cars into the wall back there. O'Neal very slow to 34. Which lane is going to go? They catch the 34, both the inside and the outside. They allow a few cars through. The 18 gets by, but it's a little too late for him with Danny Lloyd. 4 cars breaking away, and the rest of the field held up due to the left traffic. 3 wide for the lead, and there's only 4 cars in the pack. 3 to go. Paul Taylor goes 3 wide on Kukulai Mitchell Collins. Landon Lyons in 4th, wondering what in the world is happening. Turn 1, the 60 makes the move to go down low with the 43. Now Landon Lyons has a huge run. Here comes Landon Lyons down the backstretch, looking for the lead once again. Gets back up in line, didn't have the help. Mitchell Collins, the 11, looks to his inside. Coming to 2 to go, it's Paul Taylor in the 43 out front. Can Jake Elway and Danny Lloyd get up to this pack and have a shot? They are faster, but they're going to get side by side. It's going to slow them down. The 18 and the 21 are coming. They have 4 miles, 2 laps left to try and get up here and steal a victory from these front 4. 2 to go. Paul Taylor's pulled away in the 43. They need to get lined up, formed up behind to have a shot. Down the back stretch. They stay single file, 2nd through 4th. Lyons trying to run down the 43 there in the draft, but they're not really gaining any speed on. The 6 going to the outside of the 11. Coming to the white flag. And the Lowe's 250. Jake Galloway, the 18, coming forward. Down to the bottom lane. We'll get by the 6 of Sebastian Kukulon. Lloyd follows him through. White flag, last lap at Michigan. Who will win the Lowe's 250? Will be Lyons, a chaser, or will be a non-chaser to turn 1? The one coming off pit road base stays low. He's going to be out of the way. Here they come off turn 2. Paul Taylor out front. Down the backstretch, the 11 all but pushing the 60. Now the 18 moves low. Does Lyons have to run the 60? Corner number 3 for the final time today. Paul Taylor, the 43, out front. No contest for him. The help is not going to line up behind. Off turn 4. Paul Taylor is going to win the Lowe's 250 and steal from the chasers. Taylor wins with Landon Lyons 2nd and the most points scored for the 60. Strong performance there at the end for Paul Taylor. He just got lucky with how they caught the lap traffic and how no one could get around. He got around. There were only 4 cars in the pack at the end. He used the air right to get by, and that was on from there. Paul Taylor wins the Lowe's 250. Let's go see the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Lowe's 250 of the Michigan International Speedway. 1 caution flag for 4 laps, and 12 lead changes, 11 different drivers leading laps in this race. It was Paul Taylor who got out front at the right time, leading the last 3 laps. Victory for him. He started 40th, so he definitely came from the back to the front. Landon Lyons started 2nd. He ends up 2nd. Jake Galloway 3rd. He had a run there at the end. He was maybe a few laps short to try and get to victory lane. Danny Lloyd followed him through to 4th, and Mitchell Collins 5th. Then Sebastian Kukulon 6th, Jim Gambit in 7th, Evan Hunter 8th, Jonathan Beeford, and Ryan Taylor are the front 10. So we look at the top 20. Most laps led goes to Mitchell Collins, the 11.5 of the 19 laps led for him, and in a race that had 12 lead changes, 5 laps led is a good amount. But how this chase has kind of started very crazy. We have Landon Lyons on top of the points list in the 60, and Roush Fenway has 2 of their 3 cars in the chase in the front 2 positions. And we tell you, gotta know he's got to feel a little confused about what happened. He won at Richmond, and now his teammates go out and both finish inside the top 10. They were top 5 pretty much all race long, and he's back here, motoring along in 23rd. He's got to wonder, how'd they get the speed? Where'd my speed go? 36 cars there at the end were on the lead lap. Jeff Beeford once again lapped down. Anthony Nessa come down pit road, fell a few laps down. O'Neal fell some laps down, then went down pit road at the end, retired from the race. Not sure if that was because she knew she was going slow or what, but at the right side of the point standings, as we know, Landon Lyons starts it out with the points lead with Sebastian Kukulon, Ryan Taylor right there, along with Max Anderson, Oliver Galloway, on down through to E-Lap Brent, the 88, who starts out his chase a miserable way, sliding upside down the length of the backstretch with 1 point, but there's a ton of time to make it up. We've mentioned in every other chase fair that we've done so far is that this point system is very forgiving. A few bad races will not end a championship quest. You can have a few bad races, and we've had champions that have had a few bad races still end up on top. So after the wild Lowe's 250 at Michigan, we look forward to our second chase race, which will be held at Pensacola Pack Racing in the Can-Am 300. I'll see you guys then.